Okay, this is a short video I'm making on the Blade SR for you AirMed. It's the first time I've done one of these videos, so I hope it works, and I hope you can understand it. Alright, the center hub, sometimes when you get this is all CNC by the way. I'm not stock anymore. I found the CNC to be more durable for myself. Got tired of breaking blade grips. But anyway, the center hub itself, if you take all this apart, you hold yourself a hex key up beside the center hub and spin it around. You can tell if it's out of round or bent or whatever. If it's a little bent, it's not going to hurt anything. Alright? If it's way out of whack, then yeah, it's going to cause a wobble. Most of the hubs I've had have been perfectly straight, or seem to be perfectly straight by me checking it that way. Now, one of the problems that you can have to cause the wobble with the SR is, one, the fly bar is not the same length on both sides. You need to make sure that it's exactly the same length on both sides. Alright, next you want to put your fly bar paddles on. You screw them on until they screw in to where you can see that they seated, or you feel them tighten up. Then you want to make sure they're the same length, the same distance from the fly bar control paddle or control frame, the same distance on both sides. Then you want to make sure that they're level. Right here with this, you want to check that and make sure they're level. If they're level, then on both sides, then you're good to go. Next thing that can cause it to wobble is, if you look right here, you see the screw. And it's kind of odd, but it happens. If this screw is out just a millimeter further than that screw, it can cause a wobble. What it does is it offsets the weight here. So check and make sure. You can eye it up to see if they're both the same distance. I just eye it up. I don't do any measurement there. If you eye it up, it's just fine. Finally, you gotta make sure your blades are balanced. Now, there's an easy way to balance your blades if you don't have a balancer. Inside here's the motor. What I do is I back the motor off, and then I'll retighten it up out here. Then I tilt my helicopter up, and I hold it up like this, and I put the blades on it just that way. And if it moves this way, then I add tape to the left side over there. If it moves the other way, then I'll add a little bit of tape to the right side until it's somewhat balanced. I mean, it might be a little bit off, but if it moves just a little bit and it doesn't move any further, I call that balanced and it flies perfectly. Anyway, I hope this helps you out. This is the first time I've tried to make a video. I'm not sure if I even had the helicopter in total frame, but those are the problems that can cause the vibration. Also, if you ever choose to go with the CNC head, there's other issues with the head when you put it on. These things right here, if your blades are spinning the wrong way, you can either reverse it into inside of your radio, or you can flip the fly bar, or you can flip the blade grips around. When you flip the blade grips around, everything will be fine. I did find, though, when I went to the CNC, that getting my blades at 0 pitch means I have pretty much no adjustment left here. I had to tighten them all the way up, which kind of sucked, but it's alright. It flies just fine this way. It flowed just fine the other way. Also, if you notice, you get a little bit of slop inside of your blade grips. The rubbers inside of here, there's little rubber O-rings. They wear out after time. They lose a little bit of rubber off of them after replacing the fly bar, or the feathering shaft. So many times what I did is I just put another washer on it, or just put another rubber in there, and it'll hold it pretty tight. But the tighter you make this, the more you're going to break. So if you fly just all basic, all plastic, I mean, it's more durable that way, and use wooden blades. I use wooden blades. These are a set that I just destroyed the other day. But these are not Blade SR blades. These are for the Axe Pro. They're the same length. As you can see, they're not the Blade SR blades, but they work. They won't tighten up exactly tight to where they're really firm inside the blade grips, but they are good enough to where they don't ever touch my tail boom. I've never had blades touch the tail boom. Some people do. I don't understand. Maybe they have got defective blade grips. I don't know. But I tighten mine up until to the point that where I shake the heli, you shake the heli, and then they'll move some, but they don't close all the way. They don't collapse. Anyway, I hope this helped you. This is the very first time I've tried to make a video like this, so anyway. Thanks for watching.